Hi everyone, welcome back to another video with The Whole Truth. So, Courtney Bourgeous, formerly known as Courtney Owen, and more belovedly known as Crazy Coconut Head, has popped up again to try and conjure some drama. If you know Courtney, she loves drama like a fat kid loves cake. But first of all, let's rewind to last year when many people called Courtney out for being scarily obsessed with her ex Mel Therese. Courtney was blasting every single account that followed her, accusing them of being Mel Therese simply because they followed her account. So many of us speculated that after all the drama of the breakup, it could have literally been anyone behind those pages following her, simply because they wanted to keep up with the drama, or they wanted to add to it, but didn't necessarily want a crazy person following them back. To prove this point, a follower used their sunflower Instagram account and added a picture off Courtney's profile of a sunflower she had taken. They then sent Courtney a request, and Courtney did the same thing she'd done to the last few accounts she already accused Mel of running. Now, I'm not saying that Mel isn't behind any of these accounts, he just might be, but why would you make 5 more accounts to follow her? That makes absolutely no sense. When Courtney was told the account was in fact not Mel, but someone proving a point, she went on her standard IG rampage. This included saying that her family members were in the army and the police, and she'd have them track their IP addresses. What a marvellous and constructive use of police and military time, hey? Then suddenly, amidst all this drama, this page just pops up. And normally you'd assume that it was an exposing page for Courtney, but a few people that requested the page actually received messages from Courtney asking why they'd want to follow her hate page. But how did Courtney know? Yeah, she actually created her own hate page to see who would follow it. She even went far enough to put in the bio my main account with a link that is actually used to track people's IP addresses from Grabify. Unfortunately, she wasn't quite intelligent enough to realise you need to change the link name, otherwise most people would see it and be able to identify immediately what it was. She even went as far as to shout out the page by telling her followers that the page existed and that they should report and block it. I wonder how her followers feel about being pawns in her drama plot, so I know that if I took the time to report an account because someone I enjoyed following asked me to, and then I found it was actually her account, I'd be really annoyed. But just read the bio. Devoted to daddy at the real Mel Therese and playing house with H. Bourgeous. Ouch. Poor hell. Is that really just a bio to throw people off, or is that really how she feels? Either way, I think we can all agree that's pretty disrespectful, right? But fast forward to today, and I get a request from this page, and I thought to myself, that profile pic sure does look familiar. When I opened the request, I recognised the page almost immediately, so I took a screenshot to compare, and within a couple of minutes, the profile picture had changed to this. Clearly the same account, right? So I messaged the page and said, "What's up, Courtney?" And of course she denied, said her name was Victoria, and that this was just a case of mistaken identity. So, of course, I continued to call her out and sent her a screenshot of minutes earlier when her profile literally had a picture of her face, and she actually still denied it. She tried to say it was her profile picture, but not her profile. So, thinking to myself, maybe she's just a tad too stoned today, I'd better send her the screenshots I had of both accounts. Meanwhile, she starts accepting followers on this account to make her follower account appear different, and also deleted some of the pictures. She then sends me this, saying that it's weird the account doesn't have the same amount of followers, and I know that she was accepting followers at that exact time because she actually accepted my request from a fake account. Courtney, realising she'd been completely caught out, then starts lashing out, calling me a stalker because I'd noticed an account that had requested me, and is also well known that it's Courtney behind it, had been changing things on it whilst I've been posting about it. She then said she was going to report my page because it had her child's picture on it and I was obsessed. What worries me is whose children is she actually stealing pictures of to post these as her own? We've seen many crazy Courtney stuff go down, and this girl won't admit defeat no matter how insane it makes her look. I'm actually predicting Courtney will befriend herself on this account and post screenshots of conversations with herself about how she is not her. Literally nothing surprises me with her. After this conversation, she then goes onto the page story and tries to cover up what she's just done. She even claims that Instagram have been in contact with her and that they're investigating the accounts that are accusing her of being some chick named Courtney. At this point, I'm actually beyond embarrassed for her. There is so much proof she runs that account. Firstly, here's a screenshot of Courtney commenting on an exposing page from that exact account, saying to take her pictures down and that to at least make her look good if they were going to impersonate her. Then following that, a DM to the page saying she was reporting them for impersonation. What Courtney failed to remember is you can change your profile picture, your post and your followers, but you cannot change what comments you've left on a page unless you delete each one individually. Also, you can actually Google how to find out what a page was before it was changed. So, of course, we did. And look what we found. A comment from the new page name Sunny Days Ahead, and then the same comment from before it was changed when the account was Boss Babe Mantra Backup. And if that isn't enough to convince you, look at the email under that account's password reset. Could that be Courtney Michelle? So girl, now is probably the best time to drop the act. Courtney also later joined Juliana's live and randomly pipes up saying, imagine being so miserable that you create a hate page to play fuck, marry or kill with people you've never met on the internet. Juliana's completely unfazed by it, and you could tell she just literally could not care less. And honestly, I can see why she isn't feeding into Courtney's insanity. Only this time last year, Courtney followed the TWT page and had absolutely no problem commenting on Juliana or any of the other Instamums for that matter. It wasn't until someone subbed about her that she decided the page was the absolute worst. So it was slightly entertaining to see the women she had been knocking posted and tagged in her stories, especially Crystal, who Courtney definitely had a lot to say about back then.
Imagine being so miserable that you create a hate page to play fuck, kill, marry with people you've never met on the internet. Do they do that? Y'all better be marrying me.
How do y'all know?
Right.
You missed that part.
Your hate pages are... Courtney, why do you know that?
You don't kill my vibe right now. You have to brush its teeth.
The hamster?
This is don't neglect your hamster's teeth.
Oh, that's just too much. Stop it.
Oh, a wood chip.
Throw one of those
You give them a wood
dog
chip.
bones that clean their teeth in there.
Yeah, that's kind of what they have.
But we all know this was just a desperate attempt to get all the Instamums on side with her and hopefully form alliances because she knows that nobody cares about her petty obsessive drama. But maybe if an Instamum that people actually cared about made a big deal, she could have her voice heard. But judging by Juliana's swift change of the subject, she had zero interest in anything Courtney had to say. And I mean, could you imagine being so pressed about people playing a game? Like, really? And honestly, it has to make you cackle because right down the bottom right-hand side, there's this tiny writing that says, "Don't make me come for y'all." Ooh. Who else is totally shaking in their boots? I mean, I've got to say, I haven't even come out from hiding underneath my bed since the last time she filed a police report on me. Like, she's just so scary. But I really want to know what you guys think. Is it probably one of the most idiotic things you've ever seen Courtney try to pull off? I don't know. Don't forget to request a new page. It's TWT 3.0 and I'll catch you guys on Instagram. Bye.